Bafana Bafana are obviously still licking their wounds after their first loss in the AFCON opener against Mali by 2-0. And to help me unpack their misfortunes or fortunes, we're joined by the former national team coach, Owen da Gama, in studio. Good morning and welcome to Newzroom Afrika, coach.
Good morning, Lebo. It's a pleasure being here. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, coach. It's great to be with you. We always talk football when you and I chat, but we haven't in a long time. And I think it's appropriate that we start the discussion with Bafana Bafana. Just your thoughts on the first game against Mali.
Yeah, look, I thought we started a bit shaky, but then we started taking control of the game. And the boys really played well. And it looked like we are going to win this game. I mean, the movement, the mobility, the agility, the speed, the skills that we portrayed just before halftime was absolutely encouraging. And then we got the penalty, and we missed the penalty, which unfortunately it happens in football.
It does happen.
It happened. But I thought we got it wrong at halftime, because they certainly saw that we are taking control of the game, and they made changes.
Yeah.
They brought in Koulibaly, and he sat in front of their defense, and they allowed all the other players, the more physical players, to get closer to our players, just to close them down and not allow that movement and the skill. And I think that's where we could have maybe reacted to that, or made some changes. But I thought we left it a bit too late till the 73rd minute to make a change.
And by then, coming in, it was too late.
Yeah, by then the damage had been done.
So how would you then approach the next game? Going up against Namibia, the likes of Sharilile, Yohoto is there, he scored in the last goal, and a bulk of the players, Chippa United players are there, Mazulu players are there, they know the squad very well, Bafana Bafana. Do you think they have then a slight advantage?
Look, Sharilile knows
Bambalas, yes.
Yeah, Tulu also.
Yeah.
I mean, they've played against them. I just think, the coach has done very well. You know, he's tried his best with what he could do. He brought in quite a number of Sundowns players to create that understanding and the combinations, which was quite clever. But I still believe that the system that we are playing, maybe if we could change it around a bit. I think Tau is far too removed from the center, where he's quite effective. And he can score goals, but I think he's too far removed. And playing with one striker up front that hasn't got all that experience in Mokopa, I don't know. Maybe the coach will change things around a little bit and maybe play with two strikers.
Then who would you play with up front?
I'll definitely bring in Percy Tau there, and give him a free role if he still plays with Mokopa. I'll bring him there and give him a free role with Mokopa there. For me, that would it will create a lot of problems for the Namibians at centre half.
Who's been quite impressive for you in the AFCON?
For me, Senegal.
Yeah. The defending champions.
Yeah, Senegal for me, they were just absolutely ruthless. Morocco also did very well, but they were playing in third and fourth and fifth gear. They were not really up there, but Senegal was just ruthless,
And who do you think, in terms of our group now, we're sitting at the moment at the bottom of the group because we've conceded the 2 goals. Yeah. Are we able to get out of that space? The mentality that it takes, from your experience as being a national team coach, the mentality it takes to get out of the bottom of the group and now start hoping other results go your way? Yeah,
look, the hardest part of the AFCON is the group stages. Yeah. That is very, very difficult, because the sense of unpredictability there, you don't know what is going to happen and how teams have prepared. And for the first time you meet them, and they come with different squads, they come with different formats of play. So once you get through that, you start understanding. So the first game is always very important. Now the coach has got an idea of all the teams in the group. So it's all about planning now, sitting down with the assistant coaches and the analysts, and maybe 1 or 2 of the senior players, and coming about and saying, guys, what's the best way forward now?
Yes.
And not trying to do your own thing. It's always the collective is always, for me, more important than the individual.
Coach, I want to ask you a very controversial question here. I won't put you on the spot too much, but as coach, at the end of a game, you've had a loss. How do you feel about someone that is not in that space, or a politician coming to speak to your players before you even have a word with them, dejected, you're still in your kit?
Yeah, look, I never speak to the players after a loss. I never do that. Because at the end of the heat of the moment, you know, they are down.
Yeah.
And nothing is going to lift them up. They are professionals. They know they've lost the game. Nothing is going to lift them up. You wait until, you know, it is brewed over. You take your time and you allow them just to get out of that space. So, you know, people do things differently. And people understand it differently. But I certainly would have allowed the players to get out of that moment, to talk amongst each other, to pick up each other, you know, because the players are just waiting for something, you know, someone to say something. So I would have done it differently, obviously.
I definitely agree with you. Now, who do you think will be crowned champions? We've seen a lot of unpredictable results. The big teams are not winning against the so-called not favorable teams, or the minnows, so to speak. Who do you think will be crowned champions? I'm asking you and thinking of the actual champions myself in my head.
Yeah, I'll definitely, so far in the competition, I'd definitely go for Senegal, Morocco. You know, those are the two that I definitely think will last the distance.
All right, that is the views of Coach Owen da Gama, former national coach, obviously giving us his thoughts on the upcoming matches. We're staying positive. We are positive and we are supporting Bafana Bafana. Come rain, come shine, under the sunshine. But we're fully backing Bafana Bafana come this weekend as they take on Namibia.